Okay. And this is how we do it. Where Garrett at on the Donna Smith Show? Where Garrett at? On the
I'll
Donna Smith
substitute it for him until you get on here.
And this is how we do it. 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 Okay. On the Donna Smith Show. This is how we do it. On the Donna Smith Show. Hey, did we get it? Did we get it, y'all?
Yeah, we just showed it.
What happened to Sharon? She up there hiding behind the name.
First thing I seen on your shirt, Cordell.
Hey, girl, I saw that. Don't be playing.
What's that?
Anyway,
No,
get
at
started.
first, like you was up like that, and I seen no grits. And I was like, shoot, no grits, no breakfast, you know. And then I seen the other part when you lean back. Then I seen the other part that said
no grits,
no glory.
No glory.
No glory. Okay, wait, hold that thought. I'm gonna let you express it. Can we say hi to everybody? Welcome to the Donna Smith Show today. Sorry, they looking at the grits. I mean the tits, the grits. I mean the grits. I mean the tits. Grits. Oh Lord, they own the tits, but he don't have tits. It's the grits. Okay, welcome everybody to the Donna Smith Show. We so happy to see y'all tonight. We want to just embrace all of you guys. Sorry, we're a little behind, but we had a little pre-show conference meeting that went over. So we do apologize. But I just want to say that you all are appreciated. And, I also want to reiterate that our topics we talk about, sometimes we do not always agree with one another, but that's okay. This is what we do, Grown Folk Table Talk, right? Everybody has their opinion, even you that's watching. I want to hear what you got to say, too. So make sure that you chat, make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. And I do want to apologize, too, if anybody was offended from last week's show. I know it was entertaining. I don't think you became offended, but if you did, I'm apologizing. It was a great show. If you get a chance, watch it, okay?
I know I will.
Please do. And make sure you tune in to this one tonight, okay? We are not here to offend anyone. If anything is not for you, just ride on by it, come back. We're going to be talking about something. Something's going to entice you. I don't even know what we're going to talk about a lot of times because this is not scripted. This is unscripted, okay?
Okay.
So with that being said, let's do our toast to the hostess with the mouths on the Donna Smith Show and her lovely panel, Cordell, JJ, John, and Sharon tonight. Thank goodness we got a woman on here. Lord have mercy.
Yes.
I'm telling you, I don't know what y'all have. You have H2O, you have
211.
grits and no tits. I don't know, whatever you got. Toasted. Clink, clank, clank.
Clink, clink.
Mm-hmm. So how y'all doing? Everybody good?
It's my birthday.
Can I just clarify one thing?
Yeah, I want to say, JJ, wait, before we get started, JJ had a birthday actually 2 days ago, 3 days ago.
It was yesterday.
Yesterday.
It was yesterday.
Oh, my dad's birthday was yesterday.
Thank you.
Oh, happy birthday.
Thank you.
You know, birthdays are special, and I know JJ.
Yeah, my auntie gave me flowers.
Who gave them to you?
My auntie. She sent me some flowers. Ain't these nice?
Oh, those are beautiful. Where'd she get them from? Did she tell you?
She got them from Whole Foods.
I just wrote it down. Where'd she get them from?
Ooh, I just found a hair in them.
I'm just trying to support. If it's Safeway, let's say, hey, give a shout out to Safeway.
Shout out to Whole Foods.
If it's her garden, I want to say, man, you doing good with your garden, girl.
These smell good.
Oh, those is from Whole Foods?
These are from Whole Foods.
Gardenias. Has any gardenia? No. Are those what are those?
I threw away the little tag it had.
Oh, okay. Those are the white little. I forgot what those are called.
But I
like the smell of the gardenias. Those are nice.
So good.
Yeah, they do. I
don't know. Fun fact: they put perfume on the flowers because generally flowers don't have a smell like in real life, so they put a little fragrance on them to give them that. I don't know if y'all knew that.
No, I know now. I'm a mine. Yeah, I know.
Oh, that's something different. My flowers don't smell like flowers.
Oh, and I'm allergic to flowers. by the way.
Oh well, they should have. So
But
they should have.
okay.
They should have sent you
We good.
some plastic with some perfume sprayed on it.
Well, I want to say, wait a minute, y'all. I had a refresher. Oh, here it is. I want to say that happy birthday to JJ, and he is now officially a mature man. Okay,
Officially.
but he's officially in the mature group, y'all. I think you didn't tipped over from the 5, right?
I'm 37.
37 now.
I'm 37.
Yeah, he's tipping closer to 40. He about to be, oh man. You know, when 40 comes, it you know, shish get real. They do.
I've heard.
You
I've
know.
got little previews.
You made your gray hair start having kids, and
Yeah, my gray hair's coming in here and there.
yeah, they start having children. Their cousins come to visit. You just start having some stuff happen. But it depends. So some people gray at 30. You know,
Some
they
people
got
gray
that
at
premature
17.
gray. Cordell said he was one of them. Premature, 30 years old. They got gray, and sometimes it looks really good and distinctive. Not everybody wears gray good. Let's just be clear. But some wear it very well. And you just never know, because sometimes it's gonna be spot, especially men, because y'all got.
Yeah, I'm gonna embrace it. I've been told
Y'all
never
get it
touch
here first, I think. Well, you get
never
it when
touch
you
the beard.
shave first, right? You shave, and then all of a sudden it start growing back.
Yeah, it's growing in because I keep shaving it, so it's coming in fast. It'll be in by the time I'm 40. You'll start to see
Well,
little
don't
patches.
shave it no more. You don't want them to come out.
No, I'm gonna embrace it. I don't mind being the old man in the club.
You ain't gotta be old because you're gray. I'm not with that word. I had somebody tell me they 52 and they say they an old person. I said 52 and you old. Who does that?
No, these kids think they old, but you got to think about when you 29 years old, you're not thinking about that you almost 10 years away from 40. You're not thinking like that. You like, I'm still in my 20s. I can still act wild. And,
yeah.
You know,
my 20s and 30s was the bombalicious. That was, woo, especially them 30s. It was sweet. Ooh, Lord. But them 20s was good too. But them 30s is like you really trying to be grown for real. And you feeling yourself. You got your energy, your stamina, your look good, your everything. And then at 40, the reality start knocking at your door. Okay.
Who door?
Who door? I want to say welcome, everybody. What you say, John?
I said who door? Everybody ain't got the same front door or the same welcome mat.
Maybe they go to the back.
Dude.
To the back door.
Anyway.
To the back door. Some people got a side door.
You talk about some stuff.
Everybody ain't just got a front door.
When we get to our 40s, that don't determine nothing.
Your 40s, you become more mature minded, I think, most people.
You know, you should become more mature with maturity come with experience and wisdom.
Yeah.
Knowledge on how to use that wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
Maturity come, you can, I mean, I believe I was mature way before I was in my 40s.
Yeah.
I
was way mature. I was mature in my 20s.
When I left home at 20,
so I wasn't no immature kid. I left home right. My bags was packed before I graduated because I knew I was taking off anyway. Because and then from there, I ain't looked back. So maturity, you know, age doesn't determine maturity. Because if that was the case, why we got so many old fools?
That's real.
You know,
they decided to stay in the old fools group.
Hold on,
people don't graduate.
That's why I say it. Age doesn't determine maturity.
Mm-hmm.
Age doesn't, you know, people think when we get to a certain age, that determines something. That doesn't.
Well, I think it has something to do with it, but it don't determine it 100%.
Age really will determine what you can look at towards your age is probably measure your experience or something, your experiences. But some people have lived the same age as, say, a 140-year-old lived the same age as another 40-year-old, but haven't experienced life the same. You know, they haven't been exposed, they haven't exposed themselves or what have you to things. So their I'm not saying their maturity may, let's just say, it may not be the same as the other one.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we put age on things, and age should age, you know, it's like we talk about sex life and people get to a certain age. Shoot,
Mhm.
age don't say because you at this age your sex life should be a certain way or what have you.
Sometimes it do though, John, for some.
Sometimes it's your body. It's how you taking care of your body, how you, what have you done? What is it? And then especially if you're with someone, we had that discussion. Is your desire still behind that person? So,
Mhm.
but if you're taking care of yourself in a way, I ain't saying you all Jack Lane and all that kind of stuff, but you're
Mhm.
taking care of yourself in a way. Age don't dictate on what's going on when it comes
But
to that.
sometimes when you get older and some get more medicated and stuff like that, it does mess with your.
Well, we've talking, if we're gonna say medication is a factor, some people who are not at a certain age take medication and have hindrance in their sex life because of the medication, and
Right,
it have nothing to do with age. Now, if
right,
we're gonna talk about something that will cause hindrance, that could be drug use, drinking,
right.
however you do whatever.
Yeah, that's true.
You know,
But
but
do
when we
people
just look at
actually know? Do they know
age,
about that?
when we look just at a age and just say, hey, today I turned so and so. So what do that mean? That mean your life? What is it about your life? What is it about your body? What is it? What is it determine? What does it dictate?
Well, like you said, like, and the question I was trying to make is, some people don't are not knowledgeable to the fact that if you do excessive drinking or drugs, it can affect your sex life. I mean, tremendously.
Yeah.
And some men, be wondering why all of a sudden they can't do what they used to do. And they're still of a pretty decent age. They may be in their 30s, they may be in their 40s and they having problems, but they drink all the time or they get high, and it will affect. I think it affects the little sperm
That's
gauge.
with men and women. Because there's some women who
Yeah,
will
women
stay
too.
dry as a desert and will always stay where they at. They will
Do you
never
think that
come.
dryness
They will
comes from
never
drug
come to
use?
where they need to be.
I
They will
mean, do you
always
think
stay
that's
right
from
there.
drug use and drinking?
Some of it is.
I mean, I
Some
know
of it.
it
I
comes with
mean, you
age
have
for some
women,
women, but do you
but
think?
you have just like if a man is using drugs or drinking, and a woman will face the same thing. There's some out there who don't even, because of what they're caught on. Some don't even both genders don't even have a desire. You got some who don't even have a desire because they so caught up behind their time and so caught up behind everything else.
Well, I don't. I mean, God bless them. That's all I can say. Cause
That's a cold
if
piece
you
of
at a,
wood.
if you at a,
I can't.
still at a young age and you don't have any desire at all, that's
Yeah. I
that's
can't
all.
relate to that yet because I can go 5 times a day sometimes, and I'd be like, it'd be
JJ,
irritating.
quit lying, JJ. Quit
Like,
sitting up here.
man, why? I
JJ,
be wanting to
quit
stop.
lying, JJ.
I be wanting to stop. Like, man, I'm tired.
JJ,
Let's go one more time.
don't have people blowing up my chat talking about how do we get in touch with JJ Shepherd. Don't do that. Don't do that, okay?
I ain't gonna say he
This ain't
lying,
girl six. Hello,
cause
JJ.
I sure ain't
Okay,
gonna,
hold on.
because
I ain't got nothing
Bring
to
your
when
lie
the
about.
PTR.
desire
I'll tell you what the
is
thing is.
there, when the desire is there, it don't matter.
Yeah, but 5 times a day.
When the desire is there,
Well, 5 times a
and
day at
you
37, I can say that's probably possible.
okay, but you know, you got some men who will have intercourse and say they don't even ejaculate, and then later they'll have intercourse again. They don't ejaculate. They may not ejaculate, but they stiff it to where their excitement to where they still. Now they might ejaculate out them 5 times. They might have two or 3 times. Who knows? But just to perform that many
You say they
times,
go through the motions and it just don't go down, like it don't come out. That's
some
what you
don't.
said.
Yeah, some men experience that because they're more. They're not.
3
They're
times.
the effect is not about. They're not trying to reach that. They're just trying to go through the. They're just going through the motion of making love with the woman. They're not trying to. They're not making. Oh, I'm trying to bust one as the priority.
Where they do that at?
Right here, because men don't always make that the
Well, I
priority.
mean, where they do that at? I mean, I can see
That don't make it the. Oh my God.
John.
We're not gonna go. No, let's move on, Cornell.
No,
Say
like
something,
remember,
please?
I had described. I
Go
had
there,
described
please.
it.
I mean, John.
Let's
I had
move
remember. I
on.
had
Okay, listen. Don't go there.
in a pre.
There is
Ludacris said
men.
it best.
Go on and talk, y'all. There is some men that can go a long time and nothing happened. One time, nothing happened. Then they come back and boom, bam, bam. I mean, but 5 times, come on. How can you go 5 times and nothing happens?
It's
Stamina.
possible.
It's
It's
possible.
I go quite a bit. I'm just going since we're gonna put it there as a man. Shoot, when my desire is there, it's a wrap.
It's over.
You better have, and if you got a problem, you better jelly up or something.
Jelly.
I'm
See, I
no,
like
because
that.
no,
Don't
hold
do
on.
that.
See, just no, let's just be real. You ask it. Sometimes, I mean, we can't just say, oh, men don't do this
I
and men
can't
don't
believe
do
a
that.
man can just go, and nothing happens 2, 3, 4 times in a row.
Okay, you can't believe. Okay.
Well, can I ask this question from a woman's point of view? How come you could say a man, you don't understand, a man can go 5 or 6 times without ejaculating, but
I'm with you,
a
Cordell,
woman
already.
can go and say, I didn't have an orgasm. Why is that?
Why is that?
Yes.
It's a lot of factors. Sharon, would you like to
There's a saying,
Calling on
Sharon,
Sharon.
would you like to take center stage
but
left, please?
listen, I'm saying the same factors apply to women as men.
Thank you.
That's
Thank
all.
you.
They apply, both sexes.
And then you got to think every man's mind thought.
And if
Every
she don't
man's
get it,
mind
it's
thought
usually because
is
she
not
ain't got it for a reason.
oh Lord, now Lord. Next, this Cornell is move
It's
on.
usually a reason why she ain't got it. Something ain't right.
Oh
Something ain't right.
Lord. How come it can't be her?
Well, I mean, she can be mentally in another space.
Oh, now she
Y'all
gotta
doing
be
it.
mental. Now she gotta be
A
mental
woman mind is,
disabled and
okay,
everything.
it's a mental thing. And you have to be in tune with one another on a mental level too.
Oh God.
So
So a
if
man
she
can't
get
have a
down,
mental thing?
Can I say something, please?
I just
Please.
this
Just saying. I'm a woman. Let me say it. Lord, these men.
oh God.
Only thing
Anyway.
they're saying is the same thing applies to the women that applies to the men. Sometimes they have a bad time, a bad day, just like women do.
So when women have a bad day, do you think it's because, what do you think it's because, Sharon? Do you think it's...
It could be a number of things, stuff going on in their life, their health, their mental state, anything.
She could be thinking about Tyrone.
Oh, no, she need to
She
get on the phone. if she linking up with somebody else thinking about Tyrone, yeah, okay.
I mean, Okay,
There's a name for
some
that.
men. Okay, since y'all went there, I ain't even.
I just you went there. Hey, y'all didn't go there. You
Is
went
current
there.
events. This is what's really happening in the world today.
Okay.
Is like John say, some men can go Johnny Hall long 5 times in a row, and there is nothing that comes out. Nothing. He just is in the zone of not. He has that control of saying, "I'm gonna hold this."
That's not it. Where do you come? Where are you coming with this? How are you coming? Because check this out. Not all men has sit the mind of I just want to go get mine. A lot of them like the engagement, like the whole thing about it. It ain't just about. Can I finish what I'm saying?
So already.
Okay, you got me with that. Finish, buddy.
Not all men think like I just want to get mine. I mean, if it's a part a person may feel just hard up, whatever, and I'm just trying to let loose. But sometimes a man is with a woman, he likes the whole engagement. He ain't just trying to get his. Because a lot of times for some, they think that's the final chapter, and they're not trying to get there. They try to spend this time with him, the affection, the closeness, just the whole act. So it ain't about let me hold it, let me think baseball, let me think baseball. No, it ain't none of that. It's
but
just
some
the point.
men, okay,
Some men.
Wrong. I'm asking. Some men, there's some men who are pleasers, right? They want to make sure that the woman reaches her level before he does. He wants to make sure she's pleased. So he has control. He'll hold back his thing until he knows that she's right. And when she's right and did her little thing, then he lets go. So what is that?
You got to see you coming. Let me see, your thoughts based around what a man does is kind of off a little. Because a pleaser for one, as a man, as a pleaser, you don't even get to the point to where I have to hold it because I'm waiting for her. You're not an idiot, because that would be a battle against yourself.
Does that make you an idiot?
No, let me finish. You'll be an idiot trying to battle yourself if you wait until you get that point and you're trying to hold it. That's not an easy thing to do. A pleaser is more or less more attentive. He attentive to different parts of the woman's body. He attentive in the way he touch her and the way he do things or whatever. He's not getting to that peak and let me hold it because I'm trying to please her. No, it's not like that. That's not the thought of a man.
Some men control. I'm saying some men will control. If he feels that he's ready to blast off, he will control that if she has not reached her climax yet.
Check this out.
Some have that kind of control about their bodies. Am I right, JJ?
Yeah, you're right.
But it's still hard.
Sometimes it takes off, and you like, oh Lord.
So let me just tell you this. I'ma hold it, but I'm still stroking. How long do you think that holding gonna stay? No, a man is either gonna pull out or he's gonna do other things to take that sensation, that thought, and everything away.
What other things is gonna take it away if you're stimulated and turned on to the person that you're next to? What's gonna take it away?
She gonna ask you, JJ, about
I mean,
I'm not gonna give away my whole manual.
No, I'm not going. But I know I understand.
I already got them ringing my bell. Hold on.
It's things that men.
Hold on a minute.
A woman can't get it.
Hello, where's my phone?
She ain't gonna understand it. That's why all them jokes that say think baseball, right, Cordell?
Hello?
Yes, sir.
All them jokes been around forever.
You know we're in the middle of a show.
You got an issue? What you do?
I know he said all these
let me go get some water.
Let me
go get some water. Let me break
we in the middle of a show. So can you call us back? His email. Well,
other
at
than
the end of
that,
the show, I'm gonna have JJ tell you guys his email. Okay? Please
so
don't call
is
no
he
more
on the
in the middle
phone?
of the show. Wait till after the
He
show.
on the phone on the. Oh, okay.
Ooh, what was
Ooh
going down?
wee.
I'm sorry, I was
Ooh
distracted. I
wee.
wasn't hearing nothing.
Don't
I
y'all,
wasn't hearing nothing
ooh
they was saying.
wee,
You wasn't muted or
ooh wee,
nothing.
don't you ever, ooh wee, ooh. We didn't
Jay,
understand what, but yeah.
they wanted
So
your email.
They wanted my email.
Yes.
And
I said at the end of the show, I was gonna have you say what it is. And don't call my phone no more in the middle of the Donna Smith show asking about JJ Shepherd and his emails. All right. So back to it. Now, John, you know, I'm hearing you, my brother. No, I hear you, my brother. I'm gonna hold on to that, then it's all good. But I just say
you'd
it.
be amazed what
No, from a
men
woman's
can do.
perspective, I know that some men can hold out and some men can't.
Wait, that's from something that's been told to you, or some men work at it.
From a
But
woman,
I'm saying
I'm a woman.
but I want you to know, listen, you know, our perspectives usually come by experience,
No,
right?
I'm a woman.
So and as an experiencing man, as an experienced man
And as an
in a
experienced woman,
in a man situation. So I don't know how many experiences you had in a man situation, but
no, I'm telling you,
a
in a
man,
woman's situation now.
what have you gotten that a man, what what knowledge have you gained just on you saying, oh, forget it, that's good for look at as a man. I don't even know why I'm going to go there with
I
it.
mean, I have experience too.
John, who's on first? What's on second?
Exactly.
I don't know who's on third.
Exactly.
This is not baseball.
Exactly. Cornell.
Nobody's juggling balls, so find another sport.
Cornell, you hit it on the money.
No, he ain't
was
hitting
on
the
first.
ball on the.
He hit
No,
it on
he
the money.
did not. This ain't no baseball. First, second, third base. Who's gonna slide in the home is what I want to know.
Inquiring minds want
And
to
as a
know.
matter of fact, who's playing catcher?
JJ got a notebook. He waiting for inquiring minds.
You know what?
Donna, who's on first?
I got a notebook ready.
Woo.
You know what? I'll wait because y'all doing too much. The fact is, I don't know what John's talking about, but he's talking from experience. He's saying that you can wait, 10 hours and nothing happens if you really want to wait 10 hours. I just don't.
10 hours?
My experience, I haven't seen that.
Wait 10 hours.
10 hours.
Where you get 10 hours from?
Did he say that?
Who said that?
He didn't say that.
Oh, what'd you say?
Oh Lord, JJ got his notebook waiting for inquiring minds.
JJ, you know what he said, Sharon? I know you back.
I said that about no. Who said 10 hours? Who mentioned hours?
Well, she said
Donna coming up with her own stuff.
Thank you,
Sharon.
Thank you, Sharon.
You said 5, 6, 7 times, so I'm like, okay.
I'll have to send you some flowers
But
now for that one.
I do know that some men, some not all, but some men can control and hold out and everything until he sees that his partner is satisfied. And then that's when he'll do his thing. Then there's some who, just like it's women who's very selfish, there's some men who are very selfish. It's all about just getting. So it's a difference in how that goes. But it just threw me when you said that a man could wait 5, 6 times and hold it if he's really into her and not do his thing. And then Cordell says that some women will not have orgasms. It's the same thing. But it's a trip because sometimes one or the other wants to blame the other of why they didn't have an orgasm. You get that situation. And are we on the same page with that? JJ, you feel me, right?
I feel you.
You've been going a whole 9 marathon with somebody and they are not making you come. And you're like, what? You must not be hitting this spot right? There's some who look at it like that. So they'll start blaming the person, but
some people get offended if you don't.
Yeah, and it could be something that they may not just be into you, or they may not be mentally in sync at that time. Some people just don't want to do it, but they end up doing it anyway because they don't want to hear your mouth. So they already not mentally into it.
Oh God.
It is true, John.
Oh, I'm not saying it's not. I'm not saying nothing wasn't true.
And then
I didn't say, hold on for the record. I didn't say nothing wasn't true. I'm just listening and laughing and
I'm just making dialogue with certain scenarios.
The way you say stuff, Miss Donna, it sounds funny though. We're not gonna sit here a lot.
Just like there's some that will. What was I gonna say? I had a good one to say with this.
Everything you can think, there's gonna be some. Some is gonna come.
Some have their reasons.
Some is not even gonna have intercourse. They'll soon as they get, they might. Then you have some who will go forever and just never. You know, I mean, yes, true. You have that. You have that. You have some who can't even get their clothes off all the way because of their excitement or what have you.
Okay, I get it.
You know, so you're gonna and true, yeah. You're gonna have some who are gonna maintain differently, or maintain, and you know, guys got different ways of maintaining. You heard JJ say he ain't throwing out his repertoire of, tricks.
It's everybody's different, and every case and scenario is different. You got to know what you're dealing with and who you're dealing with and why you're dealing with them. Because some are just dealing with you just to get the goods, just to get off, and it ain't about you at all.
Yep.
My advice, if you ain't if you feel like they're not doing something, because you should be able to know right away. You should be able to tell.
But before you stick it, you should know?
No. In the myth, you should be able to tell where this is going. You should be able to tell where this is going.
Before you stick it, or when you
I see it in the myth, during, at the beginning, as it's going, as the event is taking place, you should have an idea where this is going.
Well, it depends. If it's not lubricated, it ain't going nowhere.
Oh my God. Sharon, we need you.
Sharon! Am I being honest or what?
We're not saying you're not being honest. The point.
If it's not lubricated and ready, you're not going nowhere.
That's not what he's saying, though.
Oh, what he said? I missed the bus. What he say? Say it again.
I think we're more glad you're here, Sharon, than she is.
Look, that's not cute. That's really not cute. That's my friend forever, but that's not cute.
Guess what?
What is it that you're saying?
She's making a comment watching the movie.
You guys, y'all just got a different perspective. JJ, are you Googling this situation? Because I need to.
Actually, I forgot to put the show on the laptop. I like to look at it because it's like a 7-second to 15-second delay on YouTube.
Okay, so so you're gonna have to watch this because they doing the mostest for real. I ain't even got to the current events yet. This is a mess. I don't even know how we started off talking about how long the guy's gonna last and all this kind of mess. Where did that come from?
I'm the crap starter. I take full responsibility.
Did you start that?
I started this.
And then he stopped talking about it.
You just let them just go with it. I came off in left field with the mature side of it, talking about 7-8 times. What the hell?
He threw it out there for everybody to catch it.
You don't give a brother blue balls for real.
No.
Anybody
No, you see when you're in the active like that and you're being affectionate, the blue balls don't come about like that. But when you get now, you frown in your face. You know better than we do. You know better than we do. I'm not even going to explain it. What she this bitch, move on. Dude,
If a man does not release himself, he can
Why
get
are you?
blue
Why do
balls.
you have these?
Donna,
How? Where do you
Donna,
get these
Donna,
facts about a
Donna,
man?
Donna. These are men. They know better than you do.
Oh, I
Thank you,
know. I know.
Sharon.
I'm just trying to get more out of them.
You can't get no more than but the answer
So
we
if a
gave you.
man has blue balls, where does that come from?
Oh Lord, we'd have to get very detailed for a little bit.
JJ, you being the PR person, can you Google that right quick?
They might.
Yes,
Google ain't got nothing to do with that.
Let him Google this.
Google ain't got nothing to do with that. That's the
Look,
problem.
blue balls. What is blue balls?
I
Oh
think Miss
Lord, have
Donna takes
mercy.
But the comment was, how in the world can a man do that without having blue balls? There's no way he would go 5 times because he gonna have blue balls and he ain't gonna keep getting this and that. And so Google that. Google it.
He Googling it right now.
Y'all keep Googling. That's why
JJ, what you come up with? Because Google know everything. I know they got some.
Google don't know everything.
Let
Ask Google about
tell.
Google. Google don't know everything.
Oh, see, this dictionary switched up on me when I clicked the actual link. See, let me go
Urban
back.
Dictionary. Hit the Urban Dictionary, and it'll tell you.
Urban Dictionary probably tell it better.
Well, I like to know where the blue balls come from because, public
service. It comes from being excited. It comes from being excited.
I'm ready.
Don't hold it 5, 6, 7 times.
Blue balls is a painful outcome of being denied an orgasm despite constant arousal. Many believe that blue balls can only happen if you're strictly cut off at the point of ejaculation. It is untrue. Blue balls can happen even if you have no stimulus to the penis. This may be the cause of early onset blue balls, but no study confirms that. Blue balls can happen at any state of arousal as long as it's continuous.
And the verdict is in. Google don't know everything.
So as it's coming out at the time of stimulation.
No, okay, hold on. Listen what they say.
I just listened.
Listen what he said. There's some things that study or whatever cannot even answer.
Well,
they can't even give you.
Study can't answer it.
Because I'm experienced.
Oh my God.
Experience done got it. They don't, because men deal with it. You not go. It's not no. This is how you get it. This is how you get it. No, it comes about differently, and it's not no set thing. So a man can go and he could be a certain way. He could be aroused a certain way, but that don't mean he gonna sit up there and get blue balls.
Well,
that
Google
doesn't
just
mean
said,
that. I get down what Google said.
Google just told us.
Okay.
Google just told us.
JJ, Google, how do John feel when he get blue balls?
You gotta give a last name.
Let me do something. Let's just play.
It's too many Johns. You gotta give a last name.
I ain't giving no last name. It's right there. Ask him how John Timothy feel.
How you feel? We want to know. Inquiring minds want to know. Well, I don't know what's happening out here in the current events, but I guess blue balls was it. So we gonna move right on along because y'all done took a whole hour talking about this stuff. I'ma tell you.
Wow.
JJ. And I still don't have an understanding because I still don't know 5, 6, 7, 8 times, and you're holding.
I have a question with current events.
What's that?
So does everybody know who Keke Palmer is?
Yes.
Yeah.
Talking about Keke Palmer, yeah. Yes.
So she went to Usher concert and she wore an outfit that her boyfriend didn't approve of because her butt cheeks was out, and he tweeted that she's a mother and she shouldn't be showing her body like that. So what do you guys think?
I froze up.
Her butt cheeks was out.
The internet read him. The internet dragged him for filth. And I'll tell you why. This dude previously, before the Usher concert, was filming Kiki twerking and more suggestive clothing than what she went to go see Usher in. And so I think what it was that she was hanging out with Usher and doing all that, but he was helping her with her social media at one point. And the internet came out with receipts. And I'm just say they're not married. She's a grown woman. She can do what she want to do. That's my take on it.
I mean, was she nude? No.
No, she was not nude, and then they were dancing
some booty
together.
Shorts, right?
But
did she have
a cat
being
suit?
Respectful. He's an entertainer. It was entertaining, and dude was jealous because he's not well known. I'm trying to be I'm trying to be nice here.
Yeah, you are trying to be nice.
The cat suit and it was lace. So
she had on a tight-fitting cat suit.
It was a cat suit, but the legs were lace, and it was almost like she had a thong on. So
is he saying that was it her inappropriate dress or her inappropriate behavior?
Well, the dress, but the usher sang to her, and he was holding her as he was singing to her, and then he looked at her butt, as any man would, But her boyfriend, because he has a baby by her, says that she shouldn't have been dressed like that because because they have a son. She's a mother.
Huh.
Excuse me.
I guess when he met her and she was dressed in a cat suit A and she's in cat suit B now, it was okay then because they didn't have a baby. So he enjoyed that seductive look then, right?
No, it was okay when she was with him doing it, not because she had a baby. It's because she was with him while it was happening.
Right.
But because she wasn't with him when it was happening, he tried to drag her. And he did it on social media. So my thing is, if you're going to talk to her about the way she was dressing, why did you have to go to social media and say it? Why you live with her?
That private.
Yeah, why should you just talk to her?
And especially when you're in you're in the limelight, you have a status, and you know what I'm saying, and he's probably shining due to her somewhat, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
You need to, whether he was shining brighter than her or the same, certain things, and I respect a lot of celebrities who do keep their stuff a little bit more private. Usually stuff leaks when somebody then, let it out that you wasn't aware of. But people who voice their stuff on social media, especially Twitter and Instagram and, all these places where there's so many people viewing, that's not good.
I'll show you guys the picture.
So I had heard something briefly about it. I didn't really get deep into it, but yeah.
It's a frenzy on Twitter. Black Twitter is just dragging this guy. He just can't. This guy. Okay, yeah. Let me look at this.
Where is it at, Sharon? You shared it.
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
Can you guys see it?
I can see it.
Yeah, I already seen it. He just got caught up in the scene. His boys probably said, "Hey man, you better check your girl." Just wasn't nothing bad about it, but it says a double standard to what we're talking about. What men do, what women do.
Yeah.
But it's just She probably thought it was fun and games. I'm gonna show Usher my button, let him do what he do.
Yeah. And then
Or she could have just said, I'm going to the concert dressed like this.
Right.
you guys see it?
Yeah.
It's in the chat.
I took it out of the chat. Can you see it on the screen?
You gotta go share screen, Donna.
Yeah, you would have to share your
You
screen.
have to go share screen.
Okay, well, we'll figure that out.
Yeah.
But I just tried to do something. I tried to open it and it didn't do it. But anyway, yeah.
So I was just wondering how the guys felt about it, as far as like what he's saying. She's a mother and she shouldn't be exposing herself like that.
She could do what she wanted to do. That's the whole. To me, I really didn't trip, because I don't trip off like when they say, "Oh, this person's taking these type of photos and this and this." I mean, what says, okay, once you become a mother, you can't be proud of your sexy, however your sexy is to you? That's almost what it's saying.
I mean, if she just pushed out a baby and she
And I
looked
always
good.
thought Keke Palmer was sexy. I just she
for
had a
her,
baby.
for her to be able to
She's
do
thick
that.
in all the right places. She's gorgeous, and I think I love that she's out there showing her confidence.
That's what I say. I would think people, especially women, would be on board to say, yeah, because do you know what it is after you, especially women who done had children, do you know what I went through after I had my kid? We hear this all the time, you know.
She's proud of her body.
And for her to sit up there and be, like I say, I don't care. See, the thing is, we got to get off that how society says it should look. Your sexy is on you, you know. And whatever you working with, if you sexy in it, it's sexy to me, you know. And that's the bottom line. But if you ain't feeling good, well, of course, how can I feel good? So you might know something, you know, or whatever. But
and she's going home to him.
if she feel good about herself, let her feel good about herself. This is just, to me, especially what's going on in this country as it is with women's rights, that we don't need no more little step ladders leading to that junk. That's all that is. You telling someone what they can and what they can't do with their body.
Right.
You know, just because she had a kid. Okay. Oh, well, you got a baby. Well, what a bunch of y'all got kids, and look at some of the stuff you're doing. You may not be taking the pictures, but you tell me how appropriate it is about your kids, because your kids taking it to school and carrying on and everything, because the stuff they learning from you. So that's weak. She did what she did. I don't care if she was nude. If she proud of herself like that, ain't no shame. Rock with it.
I think it goes back to maturity, what we were talking about earlier.
She didn't do anything inappropriate. She wasn't, laying on the ground, doing some seductive moves on him, on top of him and all that. It wasn't nothing, I mean, she do look very good for just having a baby.
Picture.
And she was having a wonderful time. And if he's tripping on that, man.
It's always somebody on the outer circle that's really always causing the havoc. So, like Jay just said, that should have been addressed in their own personal life, not brought up to the forefront for the public to even acknowledge it. So the internet is a bad tool to do those things on anyway. But anybody these days want to post something to get some likes, they're gonna post it. It's gonna get around. She's out and about at a concert. She's gonna be seen. She's a celebrity. Don't matter what she wears. She's gonna be seen. Period.
Right.
The internet always wins if you let it.
It will. Yes,
if you lit it, the internet will always win. So whatever you do, you should. If you post something and you feel good about it, and you ain't worried about what nobody, then you ain't defeated within the internet. But
Yeah.
when you get up there and you acting and then like Cordell was saying, why you putting stuff out there? If you feel a certain way or whatever, talk about it or whatever, or keep it moving. You know what you're dealing with for one. Shoot, you dealing with somebody who people looking at.
Mm-hmm.
Now he disabled his account because he got too much backlash from it.
Oh, he did disable? Wow.
What kind of backlash did he get?
People talking about him, talking about her.
Yeah.
It's the ego train. It's the ego stuff.
He was on something else. He was tripping. I'd have been like, shoot, baby, I seen that picture. You was looking good. Shoot.
Right.
Matter of fact, I'm about to make that my background.
I guess he decided not to go to the concert, huh?
He missed
maybe
out.
he was the babysitter. Who knows? But
Or maybe that's where the emotions came from, because he was at home.
right. He's sitting there with the baby and she out there.
Out in her catch him.
Oh, please.
He couldn't handle that one. That's made Papa feel a certain kind of way.
I'm just speculating. We just, I don't know if that's what was going on. We don't
know, y'all. But thanks for bringing that up, because, I did hear a little something about that. Uh-oh. Guess who's in the waiting room?
What?
Sylvia? Sylvia?
Oh, Lord. Hello, Benjamin Smith. How are you?
I'm doing good.
What's up, Bill?
Great.
What's up with you?
Having a drink right now. We talking about Keke Palmer. And getting ready to get
that was weak.
Huh?
I say, that was weak.
Yeah, the situation with him coming out, like that against her and this and that. Sharon say that his account has been disabled.
He did it himself.
Right.
Yeah, I would too.
Because of the
but what did she do? Did he poke her on TV or something? No, all he did was sing to her. She smiled. He smiled. She went on back to her seat.
Well, he looked at her boo-boo, but I mean, who wouldn't?
Well, she got a nice boo-boo.
Oh my God. She should have left the boo-boo at home then.
She
with
the
key.
Why?
She
What does it matter?
They gonna look at
but you can't leave the boo-boo at home. So I'm just saying.
She supposed to cover it up. She wasn't supposed to have it.
If she would have worn some jeans, I would have looked at it through the jeans.
What's the problem? She had just had a baby. Her baby about 6 months old. She done got her body back together. She wanted to go show it to the world. And she came there. She probably, if she didn't know Usher before, she know him now. She sang his little song and she went to the side. Dude is the only one. Hell, he was so worried he should have brung his butt to the show.
Exactly. She coming back home to him.
We was wondering if he was babysitting.
He could have. Ain't good for him.
Kids.
Oh, damn. See, there you go. There you go, Jay.
Can't babysit your own kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. Was he taking care of his child while she was out? Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Well, let's wish them the best. I hope that, they can handle their issues behind closed doors, because that's where it should be handled. Is behind closed doors. But we gonna move on to the inquiring minds want to know question of the evening. And y'all ready?
Is that 211 that I see for you, JJ?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Still reserved.
Damn.
That's some cheap beer that gets you low.
It depends on what neighborhood you in.
I heard
that means JJ got a hood somewhere.
It's either still reserved, Cordell, or it's 211.
I haven't seen it till now.
211 is supposed to be. I know somebody who drinks that all the time.
The beer been around, still reserved been around. lot of the other cats was drinking that.
Mm-hmm.
I think they got a margarita now, don't
Folks
they?
of
You see
another,
the margarita?
but they didn't call it 211. They called it Steel Reserve.
Yeah.
They
But they
didn't call it
got a
211.
margarita. You see the
And then all of
margarita,
a sudden,
JJ?
they put
Yep.
it in the
I've
neighborhood,
had all
the
the
distributor, and they call it
Yeah.
211.
yeah, great.
It's all
Yeah.
demographical,
Oh,
geographical.
so is it steel or is it 211? What is it?
It's both.
It's
It's both.
211 in the hood, and it's still reserved in the
In Beverly
suburbs.
Hills? Beverly Hills is still.
Basically old English, the old English of 2023.
Mm-hmm. They hitting the right spot too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a trip. Okay, well, let us know how if it should be
That's
hitting right
another
now,
story.
right?
It's hitting me real nice, so I'm gonna lessen my sips.
JJ birthday was yesterday, Benjamin Smith, if you didn't know.
No, I didn't. Happy birthday, bro.
Thank you, Ben. Thank you.
I ain't got his phone number, and if I had his phone number, it would have hit up on my phone. Let me know.
It's okay to call me on Messenger. We friends on Facebook. You hit me up on Messenger. I answer.
Yeah. No, I unless I'm friends and all that stuff, I don't think it tells me who is who, you know.
Okay, I get you.
Yeah, so I need to make sure I friend you. But happy birthday, man. That you look pretty good for their birthday last night. You do look a little tired in the eyes, though. Yeah, you do look a little tired.
I didn't get much sleep.
There you go. You look a little tired in the eyes.
Tired in the eyes, my brother.
Yeah, that's what's up.
But that's what's up. Ain't nothing wrong with that. It's celebrate, baby. Okay, inquiring minds want to know. Here we go. Okay, this is what they're asking you guys. When was it okay for your woman to move her grown-ass kid back home without talking to you about it first? She says that her kid was in a situation and needed her. However, she's been with you for 5 years now and helped raise him in his teens. He was 17 when we got together. He is now 22. Life has not been easy for him. However, he's hard-headed and thinks he's grown. He left home at 18 and has been living from house to house ever since. This time, his baby mama said no more. So my woman decides to bring him back home on a sneak. I came home after a long day and he's in the guest room with the TV blasting and smoking a joint. I cannot do this and told her so. She says, no one comes before my kid.
There you go.
How should I handle this without disrespecting what we have or the kid?
First off, whose house is it? And second off, he's still a boyfriend. So how much is he supposed to be able to say? That wasn't her husband talking to his wife. That's her boyfriend talking to the kid's mama. I think his son had got a little more scoop than he do. He 5 years in and they put a ring on it. So, and whose house are they living in? Is he living in her house? Is she paying all the bills and take care of the situation? That's my hit.
I agree with all that.
So do you guys feel as though it would be a big difference if they were married?
That's your partner.
But that's your stepchild. But do you think it would be a big difference if they were married?
Yeah, because that's his partner then. This is not a partnership. This is his girlfriend.
Yeah.
They might just be roommating, you know, depending on what he really doing. It looked like he want to call a lot of shots. He was there when he left. He know he been having hard times. And, you know, so what is it? This is 2023. You see it's a situation with a whole bunch of people.
Here's what I think. I think the son really don't care about nobody but himself.
Mm. Mm.
Because he's not being respectful to the house as a house.
I agree.
Really, he's the guest now.
Yep.
So even though he's in the guest room, he's really a guest. So he shouldn't be doing no drug smoking, no fornicating in the house. Should be a guest. Anything you want to do, take it outside.
I like that little smile you had there, Cordell, when you said that no fornicating.
Yeah, just take it outside.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I get what Cordell is saying. You know, once you get to a point, an age and stage, your family, we love you and all that, but you are a guest coming back into the house as an adult now, doing you a favor, and there is certain rules and regulations that you're gonna have to follow. I shouldn't come home and you smoking dope on my couch. I shouldn't come home and you in the bedroom with Tabitha getting down, the bed squeaking. I shouldn't.
Oh, now we didn't say that. He just said he's smoking some weed. We ain't talking about him getting it in yet.
I'm just saying, based on what Cordell said, no fornication.
The fornication in the bedroom is coming up next. It hasn't happened yet, but that's about to happen soon. The parents, the dude and the woman about to go to work, and he about to bring some chick up in there and do some Nick Cannon up in there. So that's all I'm saying. It's bound to happen.
One step at a time. One thing you get away with, you go to the next. You go to the next, and
so what if he putting in money then? So you make sure this time he's paying rent then. If he pays rent, does that allow him to do all those things?
Well, he ain't paying no rent because he ain't living nowhere.
I was just about to say he might not have it. It doesn't say that he doesn't have a job. That's what I got in my notes here.
Yeah, don't say that.
It don't say that he doesn't.
Say that he's been living from house to house though.
What it sounds like, he's really a mama's boy. Cause ain't no real man gonna sit in his parents' house and smoke some dope like that and just lay around and do nothing. Just get away with it.
I didn't want to live my mom like that.
Yeah. You wouldn't do that. You only do that if you're a mama's boy.
Yeah, yeah. I wanted my own.
It should have been a conversation.
It should have been. Yeah.
It should have been a conversation. He was there since, like you said, he was there, in the boy's life or whatever. The boy left home. He left
at 18.
He left at 18, and he also had a baby while he was away.
Okay, he left home.
How you know that?
Because they said his baby mama got tired of it.
Oh.
He said this time his baby mama said she's taking no more. So that was one of the reasons why he had to go back home.
Okay. No, he didn't come back home. Like I told my kid, I gotta come back home. No. This is the house you was raised in. This is not your home. When you left and you take care and you started your family and things, if you started a family or not, but you left, he has a family you started, he was involved. You have to make a way as an adult. Now, and that's a conversation that should have took place between the two, the people in the relationship. I don't know what the relationship is, but the status, but still, it should have been a conversation saying, this is what old boy going through, let's talk about, and then if they would have said, well, let's talk to him. Because it would have been some ultimatums. It would have been some, and you need to do, these are things you need to get yourself together so you can get back or get you a place. And when you come in this house, you are a guest in my house. It's not your home. You don't pay the bills. You don't pay nothing. It's no. And we got to be
John,
clear.
even if they do, okay, say if they came home and they was paying, they was working and they was giving something on rent, are they still considered a guest?
Listen, if my kid was, for one, I pray my kid wouldn't even come to my house because that's one thing that's been instilled. But the whole fact is, You got to look, you're coming here after you had going on whatever you had going on for the past 4 years. 4 years. Whatever you had going on, how your situation came about, you need to fix that. Or you need to get on the path, whatever it is. Now, I'm gonna let you stay here, and I might say, hey, you need to give me some money. Now, I ain't gonna charge my kid, but you gonna give me some money, which I'm gonna hold. So when we get to a certain amount, you got this to go because this is not permanent for you. It's not permanent for you. It's no. I won't be doing any justice to my kid because say I drop dead. I'm not doing no justice to my kid to be out there and be able to take care of themselves. For one, parenting still continues, but this is not your home. No, no. And if no, I'm not charging you rent because once I charge you rent, now you gonna start thinking ownership.
Yeah.
We're not going there. I'm going, and this is experience again. I did this with one of them. You come, you want to come. This is what you're going to give me. You're going to give me this, and I put it away. And they watch me put it away. I had the little deposit bag. They can keep the key. They keep the key. I keep the bag. When we come together, you open the bag. You put that dough up in there. I go put the bag away. And then when we get to a point, now check this out. You got your deposit, you got your security thing, and your first month. And in between that time, you should have established some employment if you needed to, or what have you. No, it's not going down like that. No.
That's if they have money to put into the envelope.
Do you think
you don't? Look at if you don't have any money. Now you got to look. Let's look at this situation. The girlfriend, the parent of your child, the mother of your child, is saying, "I had enough." Enough of what? That's a flag. That's a question.
Right. I agree.
So you can't even stay in that relationship or whatever you're not doing over there, you know. But now you come to my home with no money, that's fine. But guess what? You got to get you a job. And you're not going, and we're not waiting 6 months, 5 months, and no, you reporting to me just like EDD. Have you looked for a job? Then you need to put down on this paper where you looked and what you did. No, because I need to see. I have to see productive. You have to be productive throughout the day, each day, and we're not waiting. We're not waiting. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. I raise kids. I don't raise adults. I raise kids. I raise kids to become adults. No. And that's how life is. You have to.
But John, does a job still make you a kid?
No, I'm not.
Because we get to the situation now where
they're adults.
You ain't gonna change.
But they're adults. They're adults. See, the thing is, when you were born, up until the time you came an adult, that was my responsibility. That was my responsibility. You left home as an adult. You had adult responsibilities. You actually have a child. And you think you're going to come home with kid benefits? Or come to my house and claim it as home and receive the benefits of a kid? No. You're an adult. So therefore, adult apply. You need to take care. Not only that, because if I'm here taking care of you, then I'm hindering you from taking care of your kid.
Yeah.
No way. Parenting does not stop.
Yeah.
So therefore, you're going to get you a job. And when you get that job, we're going to deal with it for so long, but you're going to bring some money to this house. You ain't about to go re-up on some buds. You ain't about to go hit what y'all talking about, the Ursha concert. You ain't know. You about to make some sacrifices because you need to get in a position to take care of yourself and your child, bottom line. You're not staying here.
See, based on what you said to us about the email, there's going to be a real big dynamics about who's really controlling the household?
There you go.
Or is it him? Because what sounds like right now, the mother's letting him do what he wants to do. Even though the male figure of the household is saying, hey, she didn't talk to me about this guy moving back into my house.
Yeah, that's not cool.
So there
He
wasn't
brought him back without him and her even coming to that understanding.
Yeah.
It should be a conversation. Should be a
Should have been a
conversation
conversation.
about that move coming back home, because
You got no respect for him.
he left for a reason. So he left for a reason. He failed. Now he wants to come back and cause havoc in the household. Wants to cause havoc, and he's starting to do it already.
But she said it though. Her kid come before us.
Yeah,
and that's what she said.
Yeah, so that's the problem.
That's the problem.
She said, "No one comes before my kid."
That's right.
Well, you know that see, we have to be careful. That's a fair statement to say when it's applicable to certain situations. You can't always say I'm putting my kid before anything. Oh, I put my kids before anything. And you can't. That doesn't apply to everything in life.
Right.
Doesn't. And then, so let's just say we don't know who running what, but we know this is a couple. This is a couple. He's been in that kid's life, the guy's life. I ain't gonna call him a kid. Been in that person's life. This adult wouldn't deal what he did. I ain't gonna say he failed. Whatever it is, wasn't taken care of to where you had to leave. Usually the party that has to leave or whatever is not doing their part. So I ain't gonna say you didn't fail. You weren't being responsible to a degree of which you were supposed to be. And now you come in here because you need a place. Okay, I ain't gonna be no hard up. You're gonna stay, but this is what you're gonna do. And if you don't like what I'm saying, guess what? I'm gonna tell you just like she told you. The bottom line. She should have spoke to that. Them two should have had that conversation. That way they can establish some boundaries and everything together if they were going to allow it together. You don't say, oh, my kid, that's not a kid. And we use that type of sayings or what have you as an excuse to justify the actions that we are taking that we know that are wrong. We know as parents, a lot of times we take actions and we know it's wrong, but we will come up with certain things to justify it. Them teachers, they don't listen to my kid. My kid, them teachers, they always, and your kid is in there cussing and acting a fool and cheating and slapping people around, whatever. You know how your kid get down. But so that's a weak excuse to say, that's my kid. That's an adult.
Mm-hmm.
If you're so concerned about your kid, then be responsible and wise enough to take some knowledge to the kid on how they need to be responsible and gain wisdom to be able to be responsible for their kid. Dude, my kid come first. Yeah, my kid come before a lot of things as well. But they don't, because that's my kid is not going to dictate how my house is ran and how my life is led.
Hey, I heard something not too long ago. I heard somebody say something, and they said how you start the relationship is how the relationship is. And he probably tolerated a lot of things in the beginning, all the way up to now. So now it's like we 5 years in, I think I deserve a certain level. But he probably tolerated a lot of stuff in the beginning all the way through. So now he want to put his foot down and say it's something different. He kind of screwed, I think. I think he kind of screwed because now he going to have to fight with her and possibly lose his relationship to get what he should have gotten in the beginning. He didn't straighten this situation out of what the hierarchy is in his relationship in the beginning.
I can see that.
Yeah. So what we want to tell this couple?
Well, how did you establish and have an understanding of what the hierarchy is in the house?
Well, you when you first sit down, everything should be a conversation. You know, when you first in your relationship, you talking to somebody, it should be a certain way that you're able to deal with things. Just like with this, there's no way she should have brought her son back into the house unless she's saying it's temporary without sitting down and having a conversation with him. That means you're saying to that guy, he's irrelevant. So if they first started a relationship and she was doing all these things beforehand, now she think, well, I could just do these anyway because I'm the one that's making. That's why I asked in the beginning, whose house is it? Because if she feels like it's her house, it's her kids, it's her situation, she's saying basically you don't have any say so. And you have to make it so that, look, we're in a relationship together. If this is the way you feel, then that means you want to be single. I mean, that's just what it is. You want to be single because I shouldn't come home from work or come home from my day and your son is in here and you ain't at least send me a text message and let me know this is what's happening at the house when I get here. Yeah, so obviously you don't care. You know, we have to set these structures up, rules and regulations of how we gonna deal with each other.
Really, if it's the house, whoever house it is, the thing is you're in a relationship.
Yeah.
And that conversation, you know, I mean, you can't have every conversation at the, you know, a lot of times is, you know, we learn as we go. Yeah. But the whole point is if she making all the money, whatever, she at that house, she's dealing with this guy. If he's making all the money, the fact is y'all in the same house, you should have the conversation. Because even if I had if I was renting out a room and I was about to get a dog, I'm still gonna talk to my roommates and say, hey, I'll let y'all know I'm thinking about getting a dog, you know, to the people I'm written to, even though they're just written. Because I don't know, one of them might be allergic or something.
That's
you know,
right.
But simple conversation, you know, that's usually as we go. But you would assume that we automatically then establish something over 5 years that I've been here. Something has been established. And I'm going to say that we work together. So evidently we work together because we're managing this home together, this house together, apartment, whatever it is. So since we work together, then she should have talked to him no matter what.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, Cordell.
No, I was just gonna say, really, from a man's perspective, the hardest thing is for a man is becoming accepted, especially to a man, a teenage boy, that's trying to find his way, but at the same time wants to say, this is my place, I can do what I want to do.
Yeah.
It's a hard pill to swallow. It's a hard concept to accept, but it's a hard challenge to deal with at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah. So therefore, she should. I mean, I don't think the relationship is doomed, but bye, Sharon. Thanks for joining
Bye,
in.
Sharon.
Bye, guys.
Please, Sharon.
See you later.
From a female perspective, that you know, I don't know. They definitely need to conversate. They have the communication. Her doing that, overstepping, even though it's your biological child, you are in a relationship. This person has been with you. They've been helping you raise. They helped you raise that child into adulthood. You do need to at least include them into the communication aspect of what you plan to do. Now, you may make decisions to, I am going to help my son, and you guys may have some kind of guidelines or time frame or whatever, but it's only respectable to communicate that with your partner. Your partner shouldn't have to come home and just have stuff thrown in their lap like that of not knowing. You know, and it's a lot of different scenarios that branches off of this. You know, some people have parents that's ill or elderly, they're in situations and they want to bring the parents home with them, and they living with somebody and they may not be married.
But they still have a conversation.
Yeah, exactly.
It might be time. I would explain to him in my words, bruh. Sorry, like John was saying, packing the money away monthly to get you a spot for a deposit. I would be doing that myself. I would be packing my money away, give me a deposit, and find somewhere else to be. You may say, no, that's not the right way, but when people are that disrespectful to you and telling you in your face that they're going to do what they want to do, that means they don't want you there. And that's a good indication of you finding your own place to be, so you don't have to keep going through this, because this is going to be a revolving circle. Even a brother when he going to smoke his weed. I know almost everybody, when they go smoke their weed, they go outside. They don't be smoking it in the house, especially with somebody that don't even smoke weed. So they just like, everybody just like, we don't care what you say. So yeah, hey, I'll be getting my own spot, bro.
Yeah, he's doing a bit much. He's smoking weed and he was doing something else. What was he doing?
Yeah, he could have went up blasting the music or the TV or something.
Yeah, he was blasting the music real loud. Yeah.
But my thing, yeah, like Bill was saying, you don't even have enough respect to go outside and smoke weed. So if you would have been outside smoking weed, it probably would have been a different story. You probably wouldn't even, but okay, the TV is like, hey, turn the TV down a little. But then you got weed smoking. You probably wouldn't even, he probably was already, because you got to think the dude was already there.
Yeah.
Right? He already, now it's like, okay, now you doing this. If you would have probably took the weed smoking outside, kind of kept a low key, you probably would have never got the letter. Because they would have probably just had a conversation of why you didn't tell me and kept moving on. But this cat, he in the house doing everything, and then you deal with, it's my mama house. Yeah, it's my daddy house. It's my, and I tell my kids the same thing. This is my bank account. That don't mean you get to do what you want to do with it.
That's right.
Everything, it's mine. It is mine. It's mine. And that don't mean don't come to me. Oh, this is my mama and this is my daddy's. I can do. No. When did folks even think they had that right? No.
Depends on how you was raised, John. Some people, they set it up like that. That's why they have trust. They make certain kids in their family the manager of the trust.
Yeah, well, I got that part.
It depends on how they do it,
Yeah,
but
I got that
if
part,
you weren't doing it like that, most of us as Black people, we very territorial. I was having a conversation. I was in the garden today, man, at Castlemont High, and we were talking about why people have such a hard time. And a lot of it is like they were talking about the educational thing with the students, the Asian students as opposed to the Black students. And they were saying the reason why the Asian students are so good in school a lot of time is because they study as a group. So certain people take certain pieces and they all break it down. Within an hour, they out there eating pizza. And us as Black folks, a lot of time we want to do everything individual. So we sitting there 3-4 hours trying to get the stuff that a group could have got done in minutes.
At the
same way with our family.
At the same time, there's that on that note, there's profiling. Like they don't want Black people to be in groups like that, but the Asians don't have to deal with that. So,
but we need to be in groups though, bro.
That's true.
We need a group. Our families need to be a part of the group and the trust. We need to be groups. We are group people. We are tribe people. We come from tribes.
Exactly, but that's why we can't even hang out. Like all of us right now, if we was hanging out in Oakland right now, just walking the streets, it's possible that the police can mess with us just because we sitting around, we just walking around, just 4 of us together. That's a possibility. Yep. They do the same things in these schools. They profile the children, and that's just what it is.
True.
I mean,
that's true.
It ties into the education system as well. So,
but you gotta look. This is all part of. I mean, from what you're saying, JJ, they call it the water cooler something. I was just Joe Madison was just they was just brought it up again about it. You see people standing around the water cooler like in the office, and if you see say a bunch of whites around, they're just talking or whatever. But then when you see a bunch of blacks around the water cooler, the thoughts from the whites is, uh-oh, what's going on? Something's about to go down or whatever. So that's
But
the
we
thing.
gotta, we can't worry
But
about them no more.
yeah, but well, you still have to pay attention to that. You can't just
We
ignore it
pay attention to them, but we
because
have
you
to
have to
start getting our
maneuver.
own groups,
But
man.
we do. I mean, I know I was in study groups in college and stuff.
Yeah.
In high school, I was part of study
And
groups.
it made it a lot
You
easier for you to
know,
get your education,
but
didn't
I don't think. But the thing is, we have a different way of learning than a lot of people. We learn through talk and through hands-on and from being a part of.
Right.
So I know working at the school, when I was working up at the school, one of the things they tried to say is, well, your nephew is talking, in the group, but he's saying, no, I'm talking, our group is talking, and it was all black kids. We're talking about this. Well, come to find out, they ended up, their group was the one that solved the polyellograms or whatever it was.
The
There was
Pythagorean theorem.
there was the ones who solved the problem, that group, because they talked it out. So, we have to be careful allowing, because we allow with society try to say this is the reason and this.
Right.
When we're educated, we're smart. Sure, I just had a thing real quick. 12-year-old girl, youngest girl in Canada to graduate college, black girl. And then you had this other black girl just in Texas, just graduated high school, 14, right behind her sister who graduated at 14. And so I mean, but we do have that water cooler. They call it the water cooler something. But
Talking about.
but for this right here, with this right here, when you have a child, you have an adult that comes into, when two adults are involved, or no matter
Yeah.
what the status is, girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, wife, common law, whatever it is, when they operating together and something is going to come into or go out, it needed to be a discussion.
It
And
needs to
as,
be.
and as for the adult that came in, that adult needs to be boundaries set, and they need to oblige by them, and they need to be doing something productive throughout each day. Not you. I don't want to come to work and I come back and you done cleaned up the house. Hell no. I need you to leave the house when I leave the house, and you're going to go get you a job, and you're trying to take care of yourself and take care of this kid you have.
Now, me on the other hand, if you was cleaning up while I was gone, I'll be appreciative of that.
Oh, I can appreciate that, but that's not what I need.
What's up with the job stuff, John? Because now we hitting the AI. It's a lot of people that's never gonna have a job. It's a lot of people that's never gonna have a job.
But look here.
What we gonna do?
Employment rate that went up 13 million or something like that. The employment rate is higher than
who said that? Fox News?
The numbers say that. Go check
what Fox News said that the employment went up 13%.
No, you go online and you can look and see. You can check to see what the employment is doing. I don't even watch news like that.
So what are we looking for?
So,
are we looking for the
whole
monthly,
the
monthly or the weekly or what?
Check this out. I don't
what
care.
We looking for? We looking for a career or just a job?
They need a job.
I don't care if you collecting plastic bottles. You be the best plastic bottle collector, and you make it to where you can take care of yourself and your kid. I don't care if you're going around power washing people's windows and whatever. I don't care if you're a pooper scooper or if you walking 20 dogs at one time. I don't care what you're doing. You need to take care of yourself.
Okay.
I'm not responsible for putting cereal in your bowl. You are an adult. You are my kid. You are my child, because if we list it down, but check out, if you go to get benefits, do you know that person doesn't go down as a child when you lay the people in your house? It goes down as the other adult. You go rent a house, once that child becomes 18, don't they have to go down to the leasing department and they have to put their signature on that tenant, on that lease themselves? So therefore, you are an adult and you need to take care of yourself as an adult.
And if you're having a problem with employment, you know, I've come across a nice sum of sources and resources that can help. You know, apprenticeship program, educational program, PG&E, East Bay Mud, if you know those things. So, you know, you can direct message me at Financial Dad Corner on Instagram, and I'll hook you up. If our first son need a job, he need a career, because the job ain't gonna do it no more. I got, you know, Oakland. If you live in Oakland, it's something called Oakland Private Industry Corporation. You know, we can make a connection with them, so I can help you get a career now, because that's what we need, not just a job, but a career. You know, and so yeah, if
The
you need that help,
the
I got
Army
you.
offers a career, the Navy offers a
Oh
career,
damn, we
the
ain't going
Air
there.
Force and the post office and the
You get your
post
ass
office
shot.
offers a career.
All that.
You get your ass
Cordell?
out.
The post office is always hiring.
The
Thank
post office
you.
always hiring.
Always hiring. Shoot. And now we got Amazon. Anybody can work at Amazon. Shoot.
Damn.
You've been
At
seeing
least
the
for a little
videos
while, huh?
fighting at Amazon. They fighting at Amazon on the job. So
Shoot.
anybody can get it.
Amazon is a hot mess to work for, I heard.
So, they don't,
Yeah,
but,
my boy was telling me about
but I'm gonna tell you what's
a
a hot
sales
mess.
job. He said,
Me
man, it's
coming
a cool
home and
little
you
job. So
eating my chicken that I left in the refrigerator.
you gonna be mad if I eat your chicken, John?
That's a
You gonna
hot
let me just
mess.
come over and eat your chicken?
That's a hot mess. I didn't have.
Oh damn, John.
And
Come
it's
on,
a
man.
lot at
Let
home
me get a piece of
jobs
that
too.
chicken. Let me get that breast, man. Give me that breast, man. Come
Yeah,
on,
you
bro.
kind of quiet over there. You didn't 211 out.
No, I'm the type, I do have a lot to say, but I love to hear other people's insight before I give my answer. And I'm just gonna say, the situation is a hot mess, and there's no respect in the relationship right now. If there could be some kind of civility, because that's what's needed right now in a discussion, that's what needs to be had.
Yeah.
And that's the most important in any relationship. If she cares about the relationship, she's gonna have at least a decent discussion and be respectful, and try to come up with a plan to get this guy out of it.
So do you think the relationship is possibly over?
I think the relationship is going through it. I don't think it's over. I just think this is the situation right now. It was probably an emergency situation, and she was just like, "I don't have time to talk to you right now. I don't want my baby to be out on the street." So that's probably where it stemmed from. But
so do you think they would be out of pocket? The man would be out of pocket for giving her an ultimatum?
Yeah, I mean, that's her child. But at the same time, that's why I was saying, when you throw ultimatums, that's when things get worse. I feel like that's when things escalate. Your ultimatum could be you on the street, or you having to hurry up and look for a place to stay instead of the son, if that's not your house. So that was why, that's the main thing. So
yeah, that could be. Yeah, it could be.
I think that's kind of foul when we say, when we in a relationship. If I'm in a relationship and I done put some years in you, and we start playing this my house, this your house stuff, we got a problem right there.
Yeah.
Because if we using that to try to solve problems or bring up in disagreements or whatever discussion we have, and that's a problem.
But how long does it take for you to text me and say, hey, Tyrone done came back to the house. He's sleeping on the couch tonight. And he might be blowing some weed when you get here. Like, how long does that take? I can push the mic button and text all that out within 30 seconds and be like, look, this is what happened. If I show up and you ain't told me nothing and you looking at me like, this is what's happening, Knuckle. Well, I'm like, well, damn, okay. So that means you ain't got no respect for me.
Mm-hmm. My word means nothing.
Well, she totally went off the rocker with that. She definitely was wrong for not letting him know heads up.
She could have texted
Even
him when
if
she
made
first
the
found out.
decision, you know, she could have said, we'll talk about it later, but he's already here and whoom. You know what I'm saying? It should have been a heads up.
To my surprise.
I wouldn't want to come home and be
when I got home
with your kids at the house.
To my surprise.
I didn't know about it. It's like, okay. When
I found out.
When was you gonna tell me this? And then everybody hungry and they waiting on me to cook.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You know, and I'm usually just cooking for me and you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you know,
and then he eating all the food up at dinner, so you got to make an extra portion to go to the stove. You got to go back out the door to buy some more groceries.
Yeah, because he got the munchies and shit. He ate my Twinkies that was up there.
I know my pork chop, my rice and rolling.
Right
now, what happened to my Twinkie? I'm like, what the hell?
That's real. That's actually a real situation. I know somebody that's currently going through that. They don't have no job or nothing. They just sitting around the house eating up everybody's food. Couldn't be me. Couldn't be me.
You know, I can't. That's a headache, shit. And then you ain't bringing no food in here. You ain't replacing.
If they in the town, JJ, tell them come to 9400. If they in the town, tell them come to 9400, baby.
I give them $10 and say, hey, run to the store real quick. And once they leave, they ain't come back in.
Oh, damn.
You think you gonna sit in my house and eat my junk? Oh, no, no. And you ain't doing nothing? Oh, no.
You
it's
guys
gonna be a real simple eviction.
Can a man's self-esteem be killed if his wife constantly denies him of sex?
Denies him what?
Denies him of sex.
Of course.
Can that affect his self-esteem?
Hell yeah.
I'm thinking about my self-esteem. I'm thinking about who playing with the kitty cat. If I ain't playing with the kitty cat, I ain't thinking about.
Well, you get a certain age, she might not be tripping, John.
Man, I ain't thinking. If I'm trying to get it, and you telling me no, and she said my wife, and you constantly denying me. And when I found out, to my surprise, I found out. What you find out, boy? My wife was sleeping with my girlfriend.
What? So you saying, John?
That's it. I'm wondering what the hell going on. I ain't got time to trip it off no self-esteem.
So you saying it don't affect self-esteem? You start being more conscientious of who else they see.
Conscientious hell. I want to know what the hell is going on. I ain't gonna sit up there in my own little thoughts. I'm gonna sit over in the chair in the corner and be in my thoughts. Hey, what the hell you mean? What's going on? We gotta talk about this. You need to let me know.
Constantly denying you.
You got and this the whole part. We ain't gonna get to constantly. We might get past one or two, but we ain't get to constantly. Oh, this ain't gonna be no routine. We about to have a discussion. We gonna talk about this.
You think that's grounds to end a marriage?
I didn't say it's ground to end the marriage.
I'm asking. Do you think?
You gotta find out what's going on.
Yeah, people have gone on. People have gone on divorce court because of no sex, and they was like they had to go and speak in front of Judge Lynn Toller, and the guy had to break it down. Hey, I'm faithful. I come home. I come home every night after a long day of work. I still got energy enough to make love to my wife, and she don't want to give me none. What's with that? I don't want to constantly deal with that. It's been months on end. And I'm done with it.
And that's
I'm sick
grounds
of
for
it.
that's grounds for divorce now, huh?
That's grounds. Yep, that's grounds for divorce.
Well, for
At that
some
point,
people,
especially if you
they
be,
believe that. Yeah.
especially if you got blue balls.
Oh yeah, blue ball.
Nah,
But
she
the
probably
real,
don't
the
even.
real
She
thing is
probably
this,
don't even
really,
touch him enough to get to the point of having blue balls.
that's it.
Oh,
The real thing is
he
the
don't want
mind's
to
going to take over. The mind is going to take over and say, hey, if I ain't getting it, who's giving it to?
Thank you, Cordell. Thank you, Cordell.
If I
That's
ain't
just
getting
what
it,
I
who
said.
she's giving it to? She
Who
giving
you
it
giving
away
it
to
to?
somebody. She ain't holding it back. It's just
It's
I
not
ain't getting it
wrong.
now, huh? I'm supposed to be married to this woman.
So you think that she would be messing around because she just don't want to do it with you right
It
now?
could be possible. Not right now.
Donna,
Consistently.
the word,
You
the
said
word, the word in your statement was consistently and constantly.
Denying, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
She's giving it to somebody.
Constantly denying.
She's giving it away to somebody, and that's not me. Why is it not me?
Cause you got that hair, them hair bumps on there. She done told you to get them hair bumps off.
Surprise.
And you ain't get that. So she said, dang on it. I ain't giving you none until you get them bumps situated. I'm sick of them bumps.
Okay, so I get rid of the hair bumps or whatever, and I may escape, and I still get denied. What's that?
Yeah,
Like,
then it's a problem. There's something else going on.
Oh,
exactly.
shit. No,
There's something else
I
going
ain't
on.
gotta
It was
do
a
nothing.
problem before.
If you was giving it to me, thank you, Cordell. If you was giving it to me like this before, then if there's no I needs to know what's going on.
Yeah.
It's been look here.
You know,
Now I'm gonna let
you
you go to
Band-Aid
sleep
off and
tonight.
just say, hey, I don't want you no more. Let's go our separate ways. Okay? That I can handle. But you gonna tell me no?
Yeah.
No?
Yes, they
So
said Cordell.
you want me to go out and do something, get some strange, but you're gonna sit here and tell me no, huh?
Said Cordell.
So you gonna ask that question? Would you ask that question
What
after
if they
certain
say
time?
no with a reason?
I sure the hell.
No,
Say
but what if
what?
they say it out and say I can go get some? I'm gonna ask you, can I go get some strange?
Hey,
And they say no.
No, you wouldn't ask the question. The question is already a given. It's a
Thank
given. It's
Yeah, I'm not
already
asking.
given.
Can I get some strange? Would you ask that?
I ain't gonna ask her nothing.
Listen to what I'm saying.
Oh, you gonna go get it?
You're not saying, can I go get some strange? You're gonna say, hey, you know what's gonna lead to me doing? It's gonna lead to me doing what I want to do.
Right.
It's gonna lead to you doing what you don't want to do if you don't do me.
Well, I ain't. I'm not even gotten to that point. I want to know what's up with the cat.
Yeah.
Why? That's all I want to know.
Same thing, really.
Why? The cat. Now, if you tell me I ain't never gonna get the cat, then I'm kind of like, well, now I might, I'm gonna have to get something from somewhere. Somebody gonna get something.
She might be protected.
Hey, Cordell, somebody going 5 times without me getting blue ball.
Oh, hello.
Hey,
she might hold your money back from the household.
Holding something on.
But the whole thing is the point is, why am I not getting the cat?
Right. JJ trying to say something. Y'all ain't let JJ talk.
Oh no,
let JJ put it down.
No, all I said is she might be protecting you from something and y'all don't even know it. She might have something and that's why she keep denying you.
And that's what I want to know.
I
want to know that too.
And she may not want to tell you what that is.
You my wife. You gonna tell me what it is. You're my wife. You said they're married. If you got something going on, you best to tell me. That's not how it's supposed to be. When we start keeping secrets, you my wife. You're my wife. I'm your husband. I got something going on. Check out. I stepped out on you and I caught something. I owe it to you. It is my responsibility, my moral responsibility, my respect to my marriage, even though I stepped out. But my respect to you is to say, hey, this is what's going on. A person who doesn't, that's a dirty, that's a dirty.
Yeah.
Come on.
Tap.
No, just keep it
Tapped
real.
out.
So I want to know what's up with the cat. Is it sick? Is it being borrowed? What is it? Is it what? What's up with the cat? I want to know what's going on. Am I being put on the bench? What's happening? Am I no longer the starter? Forget that.
Well, if it's sick, she should be comfortable in telling you that it's sick, and
I don't care if it's sick or if it's borrowed. She should be saying it's been borrowed.
And because it's sick, don't mean she stepped out.
No, but at least let me know the status. I need to know the truth of the matter. I need to know what's going on. If somebody else taking ownership, you need to let me know. You don't have no right to have me in a three-way or triangle without my permission. You need to let me know what time it is, and vice versa.
There'd be some freaky stuff going on in my house if you ain't holding it up. Oh man, you be get them inappropriate slaps on the booty. All of a sudden, I be grabbing your bosoms for no reason. Like, damn, why you touching on me? I violate you. I be trying to touch it. You gonna let me put my fingers in that thing, girl? What's happening?
Right.
Yeah, but see, that's the whole part about it. Because if she's feeling a certain way and you go to doing them things, you can bring about ego junk against you. You know, even though this is your wife. Even though this is your wife and she already holding out, and you're not sure how she feeling and the reason why she holding out or whatever, and you go to doing some things like that, you can find yourself in some legal trouble. That's the cold part.
How do you get in legal trouble for touching your wife?
If
you know how many women, how many wives that filed rape?
Oh no, bro.
Do you know how many?
It ain't got that bad yet.
Yes, it is.
No, it hasn't.
Yes, you can do a charge against your spouse for taking it
for rape. I ain't saying take it, but you can't give me a sexual harassment. I can't get sexual harassment charge from my wife. If I tried to rape you, that's something different. But if I touched on your booty and your boozy, no, you can't put a police report in on me for touching on you. And if she do that, then thank you, because then that let me know this really is over.
Exactly.
You down there calling the police because I done touched on you because I'm trying to get you to open up to me again. Then dude, it's really over.
That's right. That's right.
FAAFO.
That's right.
AFO.
F around and find out.
F around and find out. Folks got to be grown. Only the grown folks understand that, right? You can't be 22 doing what you do to understand this part. Wow. Well, I guess that's a situation that women, wives, don't be constantly denying your man, your husband. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Check this out. Check this out real quick. And I'm just entertaining you, Donna, with Google. I'm sorry, I didn't know my camera was on. I wish it would. Check this out. It's a nearly 73% of military spouses who are accused their service member spouses of sexual assault.
See?
Military spouses.
But they say a lot of them decline to pursue as you read the story because of fear and things. But what's been filed is 73% of spouses. And that's just in the military.
Well, he come home after a 6-month cruise and his wife don't want to do nothing with him, you probably would get molested. I mean, it ain't nothing. I ain't gonna come back after 6 months over there in the Mediterranean and come home and I can't do nothing with my wife. That ain't a good move. But we had that all the time. When I was in the Navy, dudes would come back from their 6-month cruise and either they get the letter while they was there or they get home and their wife 3 months pregnant. You're like, oh, damn.
Wow.
Yeah, that military is a beast. That's why I wouldn't want to go.
Wow.
That's a deep topic there. I wouldn't want to come home from the military and my wife was
Knocked up. Mm-hmm.
Or my husband per se, if I was a military.
Your husband you came back, your husband started another family.
Somebody.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's a cold blow. They could have just wrote them a Dear John letter. Y'all remember Dear John letter?
Yeah, but you can't do that when you're married. That's a whole different situation.
You can't write Dear John letters?
When you married like that, you can't just most of them are living on the base. They getting base pay and all that stuff when they're married. They getting separation pay. They getting a whole lot of extra in the Navy. When you separated from your people, you get all these benefits. So to write somebody a letter and shut everything down and lose everything while they gone, that's a bad move on your part.
Yeah, because then that's gonna shut down all your.
That's right.
Wow, that's crazy. Crazy. Well, you guys, we at the end of this show. If there's anything else y'all want to disclose and want to know, let us know. Are we going to be back here next Sunday?
Next Sunday is regular plain old, what? The 12th or the
next
no,
Sunday,
the 16th.
I'm going to let you guys know if it'll be Sunday or Monday night. Contingent on if I'm going camping that weekend with the family. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make it because the week after that I will be cruising, and so yeah, we're gonna have to change some stuff around during that time. I may be able to do something while I'm on the try to get me a Wi-Fi package. I may be able to do something while I am on the boat, lightweight, just saying, hey, what's up? But we'll see. But for sure, I'll be reaching out to everybody about Sunday or Monday during the week. I'll know by midweek if I'm going to be doing the camping or not. That's my last weekend to get everything together. So I don't know. I don't know if I'm down for sleeping with the bugs and the crickets and stuff, and I could be trying to pack. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, but if it's a family thing, and I didn't go last year, and they looking at me crazy, like, you gonna be there? You gonna be there? Oh, but I don't know. We'll see about all that. But anyway, you guys have been a blast. I really enjoyed tonight's show. It's been very informative. I've learned so much about the men. I want to appreciate Sharon for showing up, giving me another female perspective. And like John said, he was so glad she was there because I was way off in left field in the beginning. JJ came out with a curveball on us, about all that stuff, longevity and this and that. And John speaking from experience, Mr. 5 times 6, 7, 8, 9 times.
Here we go.
Boom. Hey, when you do get down with her like that, can I do an interview? Can I do a Zoom? I got some questions. Inquiring minds want to know. But anyway, you guys, I love y'all. Thank you, my viewing audience. What you got to say? What you say, Cordell?
Post game interviews, huh?
Yeah, you know, I like to interview, but anything interesting, you guys, I don't mind interviewing.
That's the
I can
problem.
set it up where we could do an interview.
That's the problem. It's enough.
Bring out my
It's
recorder.
enough inquiring minds coming here for
Hey,
anyone of y'all to have to put y'all out there.
bring out my Tascam recorder. We gonna do this. I'm gonna do an interview with y'all about this situation because I'm still thrown. My hair got straight on that one. I'm like, I'm on 5'7".
Something I need to go back and listen to, huh?
Yeah, John the man. John.
It ain't just
John say 7. He say he can go 7-8 times in a row and nothing come out.
Oh wow, that's what's up.
And
he learned that technique.
We didn't say no 7-8.
Did you pass that technique down?
She throwing some numbers out there.
He said 5'6".
We was talking about how.
Tell the truth. Didn't he say 6'7"?
4 to 5.
7.
No, the numbers that used was 4 to 5. Right,
secret?
Now he's trying to change it.
It was
He's
4 to 5.
trying to change it because when I do that interview.
Is that a family secret there, John?
I said for myself 4 to 5 times.
Yeah.
That's the Kama Sutra, bro.
And sometimes you might stop.
JJ said 5 times a day.
That's the Kama Sutra book.
And I said, yeah.
He could go 5, 6, 7 rounds before he even get down.
No, when JJ said 5 times a day, you said no way. How
we advertising?
Yeah, I can see that because I can go 5 times a day.
You know
and I said
say 5 times a day.
Yes,
you know
5. Anyway,
you said 5 times before you let it go.
I ain't said no 6, 7, 8, no 8.
Before you explode, that's what you said.
I ain't said no 6, 7, 8 times. I said it would probably be. I said I'll probably out that 5 times. Now I could probably explode 2 to 3 times. Or
we gonna watch this video again, and we know what it said.
Like
play the tape.
Okay.
Watch the video, y'all. Watch the video, like, share.
That's a part of his. That's a part of his
video.
I'll go the whole 5 without doing nothing.
He said,
"It's Mr. Miyagi, huh?
Same old glories, same old glories."
And that's why I asked, can't you get blue balls?
And and there's a certain way. And remember, I said not always.
Anyway.
Wow.
Wow. Okay, we're gonna watch it again. But thank you guys. Thank you, my viewing audience, for being a part of what we do. Donna Smith, Table Talk Grown Folks. My panel: Ben Smith, Cordell Bradley, JJ Shepard, John Timothy, 5, 6, 7 times 10. Ron in the house she go. Anyway, we'll be back next week, you guys. Sunday or Monday. Look out. I'll let you know.